Hey, what is going on there YouTube? This is Robert and today I'm bringing you to the March sneaker releases video. Now, if February was a movie, then March is looking like a bit of a Netflix original series. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I like Netflix series, but sometimes they just aren't for everyone. And February had something for everyone. March still does, but I don't think that it's going to top February. Saying that though, there is a lot releasing with some decent potential profit on the releases that are coming. This video is actually going out on the day of one of the releases, being the Sheila Rashid mids, which are obviously out on the 2nd of March. That is obviously the US release and it is a sneakers only release. Their retail is like $140, and if you would like me to do retails from now on for these sorts of videos and maybe give you sort of the estimations for any resale, then I'd happily do that. For these, a lot say that they're ugly, but personally I do like them. The Europe release was last month and I missed out on a pair, but if you haven't decided on them, then I would definitely recommend going for a pair in either the smaller sizes or above size 10. Moving on to the 5th of March, we have the Air Jordan 2 women's multi color. These retail at $190, and yeah, there isn't a ton to say about them. Currently they're reselling for a little bit, so if you do want some just like lunch money sort of money from them, then I definitely recommend going for them. Again, being a women's pair, the same thing applies as the Sheila Rashid, small sizes or above 10. Moving on to the 7th of March, we have the Air Jordan 3 UNC releasing. Now personally, I think these are quite decent. You know, they do look okay, but being all white all over except for the couple of areas, they are going to get dirty quickly. There is going to be some small profit, you know, potentially there for them, but overall I'd recommend going for the smaller sizes, and yeah, anything above a 10 or so is just going to be a personal pair. Next we move on to March 10th with a possibility being the Sakai waffles. Now last month I said that these were pushed back to April. A lot of people since then have been almost deliberating whether they're going to come out in March or April. A lot of people have started to say that March 10th is going to be the date that these will release, but I think we should just wait and see on that. Moving on to March 14th, where we've got like a ton of releases basically coming out. First off, we've got the Yeezy 350 V2 Boost, or Yeezy Boost 350 Desert Sage releasing. At the same time, we also have the Nike SB Dunk Low Safari, and we also have the Air Jordan 1 High Zoom Racer Blue. Now let's break down each of these. Now personally, I think that the Desert Sage just looks like a bit of a B-Tech blue tint with just some different colour to it. The orange at the top is very standout, but again, it is a bit of like that tail light colour just thrown in at the top to make it stand out a bit more. It's not really for me personally, but you know, if anyone who I know is wanting me to try to prepare for them, then I'm obviously going to do that. For the Dunk Low Safari, I really do want a pair of these. However, the only issue is that they are not a sneakers release. Their retail is like $100 on them, so you can expect like the 83 or 84 pounds that it usually is, and yeah, for that price they're definitely worth going for, but with it not being a sneakers release, it is definitely going to be a bit harder to get a pair. And for the Air Jordan 1 High Zoom Racer Blue, a lot of friends have actually asked me about these and what their sort of stock will be. From what I've got back from most people, they're going to have like a medium stock in between a general release and a limited sort of release, so yeah, just go slap in the middle for what you expect like general release stock to be, and just go with that pretty much. Coming in between the 14th to the 16th, with the possibility of the release being on the 15th, so yeah, right in the middle, we have the Nike Dunk Low Syracuse and Kentucky coming out. The retail is meant to be $110 or £100, and it's meant to come out during the 2020 NCAA basketball tournament. Personally, if I can pick up one of each colorway, I'd love to do that and then just store them, and I'd be happy if I could do that. Moving on from there, we have the Yeezy that is coming out that I'm most looking forward to, being the Cinders colorway in the V2. Obviously, Yeezy 350 V2, Cinders. Personally for me, I love this sort of ashy black colorway, and I think it just looks great overall. A lot of people that I know want them, and yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying to pick up a couple of pairs to hopefully either hold on to or flip, or maybe just try to get for friends. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that you go for these, because out of the last couple of releases, personally for me, out of the last 5 or 6 colorways, these are definitely the best ones that have come out and that will be coming out for a little bit of time, but that is just my opinion. Moving on to the 28th of March, we have the Air Jordan 5 OG Fire Red 2020 version releasing. I'm not a massive fan of these, but if anything does come of them, I would definitely just try to pick up a pair. Probably not for the personal in the end, but probably just for a quick flip. but I'll see how it is when it actually comes to them releasing. Now for one of the final releases of the month, and then we move on to the unknowns. The final release is going to be the Air Jordan 6 DMP, or Defining Moments package. The defining moment in this case is going to be a tribute to Michael Jordan's first NBA championship. Personally for me, I'd love to pick up a pair of these as I do think they look really clean. These were originally meant to release in late January, but obviously it's been pushed back quite a bit of time. A lot of dates have come out regarding these being either like the April 4th or April 11th or just anywhere in April, but a lot have said that they will actually be on the 30th of March instead. Now we're just going to move on to the unknowns with the possibilities of coming out this month or next month, and yeah, let's just get straight into them. So first we're going to kick off with the Travis Scott Nike Air Max 270 React, obviously Cactus Jack, with a retail of £248, so you can expect anywhere from like $248 to like $300 or so retail for it. And yeah, these are going to be releasing. The short summary is that personally they aren't as great as any of the others that have come out with their Nike or Nike collaborations, but they will still have some resale to them, obviously with them being a Cactus Jack or Travis Scott collab. Now even though I don't rate these as highly as any of the others that have come out, I do personally still think that they're okay, and I like some of the materials or the different materials that have like been used on them. Next up, with a possibility of the 25th of March release with the Yeezy 700 V3 Alpha, which again I said about last month, you know, things just keep getting pushed forward. Next up we have a possibility, but it could just be a rumor at the end of the day, which is the Off-White Jordan 5 in the white/cream colorway. The colorway that everyone liked a lot more once Virgil actually put out a picture of them. Everyone liked them a lot more than the most recent release. At a random time during this month as well, we're meant to have a Prada Adidas Superstars release. They had one in 2018, I believe it was, which came with a bowling bag, or you could buy with a bowling bag. This one has a retail of $450, and yeah, personally for me, I don't know how they're going to go. If they come with a bag or something again, then yes, they'll probably be worth going for, but at the same time, anything could happen. Now for the two that could be delayed into this month, or could be delayed even further, as they were meant to release in February, but they didn't. First off is the Jordan 1 Mid SE for women ushers in another in the multicolour colourway. Yeah, it's been delayed. There is no real date currently as of yet, we just have to wait and see. The second one is again one of the other mids that was meant to release, being the Jordan 1 Mid Chicago, which I mentioned last month, and yeah, it's in the same boat as the other mid, just because of the pure fact that we don't know. So that is going to bring this video to a close. As per norm, let me know down below what you think of this month, what's coming out, how you would compare it to February, or if you could compare it to February, which aspects would you compare? Other than that, which pairs will you probably be going for the personal? If you're in the US, are you going for the Sheila Rashids today? If you're in Europe, did you go for them last month? And if you did, were you able to get a pair? A lot of people don't have a lot of hope for these, but personally, I just think that at some point in time, they will just rocket up, so it's just worth holding on to a pair. And always, you can check StockX just to look at how the market's doing, or Go, or pretty much anywhere, just to see how your size is doing. But that is going to bring this video to a close. Today, I was also going to do like a Supreme video, but I'm going to leave it till tomorrow or the following day. And yeah, apart from that, again, like I said the other day, thank you for 10,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Also, my voice is gone. I haven't been well the last couple of days, so I sound terrible, so this audio is probably going to be edited to hell. But yeah, I appreciate you watching anyway, so yeah, I'll see you all next time. Peace.